What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. It's your host, Bruce GNT. So this is the deal, right? I jumped on TikTok because I was going to find a video where I saw this woman talking about how she left her husband. 'Cause I seen it yesterday. I had to find it again. I was scrolling through and I saw this, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. I got to talk about it. So I rewinded it. I only saw like the first 10 seconds of it, right? And we're going to talk about it because a lot goes on. So let's jump right in.
I'm a 35-year-old man. My wife is 33 years old. We have been married for 13 years, and my wife just cheated on me. She cheated on me on a girls' trip, not even 30 minutes away from where we live. On day 1 of 3, she slept with another man. She said she went to a bar with her girlfriends and family, of course. And at this bar, she wanted to see if she still had it, or so she says. She approached a guy who is 10 years younger than her, talked to him, had a few drinks, and danced together. And she said that was supposed to be it. But somehow, he charmed her into a kiss. That kiss led to them making out. Making out led to her inviting him to walk her back to her hotel. They went back to the hotel, and they did what grown-ups do. She asked him to stop. After asking him to stop, she asked him to keep going. And that happened for 3 hours until she finally asked him to leave, and he left. She said he wasn't forceful. She said he didn't beg. He wasn't angry. He was nothing. He was very respectable.
So before he continues, I just need to get my thoughts out. First of all, you couldn't have tortured this information out of me. I wasn't going to come online and say it outright. If this is true, I'm assuming that it is. I'm not going to just assume that he just came up here and just started speaking about things that aren't true. I mean, you never know nowadays. But yeah, like I said, you couldn't have beat this information out of me, honestly. And my thoughts initially, right? One, she didn't go there to see if she still had it. She knew she still had it. She wanted more attention. That's the first point. The second point, her friends, family, whoever's there with her, they ain't shit. Because how is it that you have a friend or a family member, right? You know is married. They've been married for a certain amount of time. And then you see them doing something that's not good for them, good for their family, good for their marriage, whatever have you. And you don't hem them up and go, yo, what you doing? Hold up. That's like if I saw one of my boys, I know they married, and I see them chatting up some chick. And I'm not pulling them aside, yo, what you doing, bro? Like, hold up. This is not what you about. Like we don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna move like that, not with me. So those friends that she's on the trip with, you know, her family, I'll even dare say they encouraged it. I think they did encourage it, because how is it possible that you see a person over there, right? Obviously chatting up somebody and they getting chatted up as well, and then you see them making out and you don't pull them back? That's weird. The third point, there comes a time where you have to know who you're dealing with, right? And not to say that this is his fault in any way, shape, or form, but the fact that this was on day 1, 30 minutes away from where you live, on the first night. And her mind, instead of hanging out with her friends and doing whatever she was supposed to do, which was, I don't know, just have a good time, was to, I want to see I still got it. For what? We're 13 years in this. What are you trying to find out? For who?
She called me this morning, crying, to tell me all of that. She said she didn't know what got into her. She also mentioned that she told the guy that she was going through a divorce. We have been married for 13 years. We have a 7-year-old together. I haven't talked to my wife since this morning. Now, her family and friends that were with her messaged me telling me that they didn't know that she left the club with him. They said that they seen them talking at the club but didn't think anything of it. But that's what happened.
Cat. If this is girl trip, right? Meaning it's a whole bunch of girls and her family. I'm guessing some of them were women as well. Maybe 1 or 2 men. All right, cool. You see your friend, right, talking to someone at a club. Y'all don't know him, and y'all first instinct isn't to like make sure that they're doing okay. When I used to go out into the club and everything like that, I see my boys talking to someone, I'm automatically like, who that? Okay, making sure they good. They used to do it for me as well. There's no way in your mind your friend, your loved one leaves a club and you don't make sure to see that they get home at an appropriate time. That they leave and you don't go and be like, oh no, I'll walk with you. So y'all just let her walk off by herself. It's either you guys are truly not friends and or like y'all have no awareness of what goes on in the world. I just saw something about some woman about to get kidnapped when she's waiting for her Uber or whatever. Is either y'all are really stupid or you think I'm stupid. Because there's no way you're going to have me believe that, oh, we saw them talking, but we didn't know. We grown as hell, man. Stop playing.
So I called my mother to tell her about the issue. I called my mom. I told her what was going on. And she told me to think of my family. She said, think of your family. Even though she cheated, it was not an affair. So even though this is a bad scenario, it's the best of a bad scenario because this isn't the worst case. So you should forgive your...
I'm not judging him or his moms or anything like that. I'm not. I know for a fact, I could put this on everything, that if I was to call my mother and tell her something like this, she would... Words like that would never come out her mouth. Well, this is the best case scenario. My wife of 13 years was getting clapped up for about 3 hours. And she's like, I don't know what got into me. On the first date. 30 minutes from home. And she had people that were supposed to be keeping her accountable. Because that's what friends and family are for. Well, this is the best case scenario. It wasn't fair. No, it's even worse. It shows lack of judgment. It shows that you are impulsive and or you have the ability to throw away something that we've spent time building upon for the past 13 years. It also tells me that the likelihood of this happening again is fairly high. Except next time you'll just say, oh, I was drunk. Next time you'll say, well, we were going through a bad time. Next time you'll say, well, you know, I was in a really low point in my life, you know, like I knew I still had it, but best case scenario,
your wife and stay in it because of your family. And after I got off the phone with my mother, I can't help but think that I must be insane then. I must be crazy because no fiber of my being even remotely thinks to forgive her. So, am I wrong for not wanting to think of my family and for wanting to leave?
Listen here, brother, you're not. This is where it gets complicated because when kids are involved, that's when the dynamics just change. But for me, it's all about respect. I'd rather have respect than love. Because if you respect me, which evidently this woman did not, if you respect me, you would never transgress against me. That's how I see it. I could be off. That shows that you not only had lack of respect for myself, but for our marriage, our child, our family that we built together, and then our future. And for me, once that respect has been destroyed, once that trust has been broken, because now I can't trust you. Now I can't trust you. And now I'm going to be looking like I'm bugging when I don't want you going on a girls trip. I'm going to be looking like I'm bugging when I look at your family and your friends sideways because they think I'm stupid enough to believe that they just saw you chilling out with some dude and thought, oh, well, everything's okay. She left. We didn't know she left with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to be looking like the goofy one. Hell no. Hell no. And like I said, I'm not giving him advice because no. But I don't know I could forgive it. And because I couldn't forgive it and because I don't like to let things fester and become toxic and just non-conducive for that, like what we're trying to do here, you know, raise a family, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to stay in it. You know, it's one thing if I can't even condone it. No, I don't condone cheating of any level. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have an understanding with your significant other, but that's a whole nother ball game. Not talking about that. That's different. That's different. You went 30 minutes away. That's like what, 20 miles in some cases. 30 minutes away, and on the first night, instead of just having fun with your people, you was like, I wonder if I still got it. Nigga, what? Come on now. Come on. I will also say that I wouldn't have put this online because I've said it many different times. I don't believe in putting things online. That's just not my bag. When it comes to this, I come on, I talk to you guys and everything like that. I'm not telling my personal business about how I got cheated on. I never got cheated on. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that because that's just weird. So it's just something like that. Like, I would have said, like, yeah, she cheated on me. But I wasn't going to say, like, for 3 hours she was getting clapped. Like, you don't know what got into you for 3 goddamn hours? My nigga, like, for real? 3 hours? Man, hell no. Like, you can't come back from that personally. I don't think you can. Yeah, but yeah, that's it for this video. I literally just scrolled down one, and then I saw this. And I was like, you know what? Seems something I should talk about, and I think this is a good one. But you already know the drill. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. What would you do? Like, men and women, I want to hear from both of you. What would you do, and how would you handle the scenario? For me, honestly, I don't know if I could take her back. I don't know if I can. We had to go through some trial of separation. Something has to be done because it just can't go back to where it was before because the trust has been broken. The respect has been defiled. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you would do and how you feel about it. And subscribe if you want to see more. Peace.